the headlines. Mohammad Amir included in Pakistan's World Cup squad. Amir is suffering from chickenpox and is to have a medical examination done in London. India lose to Australia in the final hockey match of Down Under tour. After remaining unbeaten in their first 3 matches, Men in Blue were thrashed in the last 2 matches. World.Mon-Fri Roger Federer reaches the quarterfinals of the Italian Open. Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic also register comfortable wins. Qatar brings the first new FIFA World Cup stadium to life. Inauguration comes as soccer's world governing body FIFA floats a plan to expand the next World Cup to 48 teams from 32. Former Real Madrid goalkeeper Casillas to retire from football after heart attack scare. He made a full recovery but intends to hang up his gloves. Let's get started with news from the Cricket World Cup. Pakistan captain Sarfaraz Ahmed, chief selector Inzamam ul Haq and head coach Mickey Arthur have decided to include fast bowler Mohammad Amir and hard-hitting batsman Asif Ali in the World Cup squad of the Pakistan cricket team. Struggling all-rounder Fahim Ashraf and newly selected opener Abid Ali will make way for both players. Asif Ali impressed the team management with 51 of 36 and 52 of 43 in the second and third one-day internationals against England respectively. This performance cemented his place in the World Cup squad. Meanwhile, Mohammad Amir is recovering from suspected chickenpox and is undergoing treatment in London. After England, India is the second-ranked team in ODIs and like the hosts, they are one of the favourites for the upcoming World Cup. In 2015, they came into the tournament as the reigning champions and were knocked out in the semi-finals by eventual champions Australia. This time also, India are favourites to lift the World Cup, but there are some problems that the Men in Blue might face in the mega event.
The ICC World Cup 2019 is just around the corner. Cricket fans all over the world are getting excited about the event. The most prestigious ICC tournament will commence on the 30th of May. India will begin as favourites to lift the trophy. While the squad looks totally balanced, there are still some problems that the Men in Blue might face at the mega event. Lack of a genuine batsman at the number 4 spot. If we go back in the past, then Virat Kohli was India's number 4 batsman when India last won the World Cup in 2011. There is no doubt over Vijay Shankar's all-round abilities, but choosing him as your number 4 seems a bit questionable. More importantly, his performance in the IPL this year has been forgettable. Shankar has never played in England, nor has he any experience of playing at this spot. Yes, India has MS Dhoni, Dinesh Karthik and KL Rahul as backups for this position. But we can't ignore that Rahul and Karthik haven't enjoyed a good run of form in international cricket. If India would have chosen Rishabh Pant or Ambati Rayudu as the number 4, then they could have had a better structured batting lineup. Batsmen struggle against swing. When India last toured England, no player other than Virat Kohli looked comfortable against swing. In the 4th ODI between New Zealand and India, the Men in Blue were bundled out for 92 on a pitch where the ball was swinging. This clearly proves that there has been no relief for India's batsmen against swing even now. In overcast English conditions, the ball generally tends to move no matter what the nature of the pitch. KL Rahul, Shikhar Dhawan and MS Dhoni particularly look helpless. Therefore, Indian batsmen, especially openers, will need to stay well prepared to tackle such conditions. This is because the onus of the batting will mainly rely on the top 3. And if they get out early like in the Champions Trophy final in 2017, then India lose half of the match there itself. Jadeja's ineffectiveness on flat decks. Over the past few years, England has proven to be a graveyard for finger spinners. Wrist spinners can turn the ball as they are not dependent on the nature of the pitch. But for finger spinners, assistance from the pitch is a must. We all know that Ravindra Jadeja bowls with comparatively higher speed than others and tries to fire in the line of the three stumps using many variations of pace and angles rather than spin. On flat turfs, the ball will generally come onto the bat properly and there would be no spin. This might make him relatively ineffective in England. Although his place in the playing 11 looks unlikely, he might be roped in if any injury prevails. Recent IPL form of a few players. Although IPL wasn't a parameter for selection, it can certainly be a parameter for judging the form of the players. And shockingly, performances of numerous players have been forgettable. Vijay Shankar, who's been chosen as India's number 4, has had a horrendous season so far. The case has been same for India's best swing bowler, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He will bear the onus of taking early wickets, and if he is not able to do so, it will play a spoil sport for India's hopes of winning the World Cup. Players like Kuldeep Yadav, Dinesh Karthik and Kedar Jadhav have also disappointed. Rohit Sharma has also been in an indifferent form considering his stature. Every player will play an important role in India's campaign, and the poor form of any of these will put the team one step behind. Sports Desk, DD News.
England have never won the Cricket World Cup, but they may never get a better chance to win this year's tournament on home soil. For the first time in the competition's history, the group stages will be a 10-team round-robin format, with each country playing the other 9 and the top 4 progressing to the semi-finals.
The ICC World Cup 2019 is just around the corner. Cricket fans all over the world are getting excited about the event. The most prestigious ICC tournament will commence on the 30th of May. India will begin as favourites to lift the trophy. While the squad looks totally balanced, there are still some problems that the men in blue might face at the mega event. Lack of a genuine batsman at the number 4 spot.
Featured in every World Cup since the tournament was established in 1975, but have still to win it, with the last of their 3 losing appearances in the final back in 1992. An embarrassing exit in the 2015 edition, culminating in a defeat by Bangladesh, saw England go out at the group stage for the 3rd time in the 5 World Cups. Captained by former Ireland batsman Ian Morgan, England have risen to the top of the 50-over rankings. Home advantage, however, may not be that much of a help. This will be the 5th time that England have staged the World Cup, their best performance on home turf coming when they were overpowered by the West Indies in the 1979 final. England have several proven match winners in their side, but in wicketkeeper batsman Jos Buttler, they have an outrageously gifted shot maker capable of scooping good length balls from fast bowlers over his head for boundaries.
Sri Lanka dumped established stars including former captain Dinesh Chandimal from their one-day team in a mass clear-out for the World Cup. Selectors also axed wicketkeeper batsman Niroshan Dikwela, off-spinner Akila Dhananjay and openers Danushka Gunathilaka and Upul Tharanga from the 15-man squad. Sri Lanka have been riven with personality clashes and disciplinary problems in recent years that have seen their world standing slump. The 1996 champions kick off their campaign against New Zealand in Cardiff on the 1st of June.
Sri Lanka. With allegations of match-fixing and corruption plaguing Sri Lankan cricket, the 1996 World Cup champions are not a threat to top international sides, despite their recent test win in South Africa. The Islanders crashed out of the 2015 edition after a big loss to South Africa in the quarterfinals and have since witnessed a decline in their cricketing fortunes. Performance apart, Sri Lankan cricket has been at the centre of allegations including attempted match-fixing ahead of a test against England last year. But their one-wicket win over South Africa and Durban recently will give them hope to cause a few upsets in the World Cup. Old warhorse Lasith Malinga still remains Sri Lanka's best bet in the bowling department and key to any chance of Sri Lanka making an impact in England and Wales. With 318 wickets in 213 matches since making his ODI debut in 2004, Malinga can still inspire a struggling Sri Lankan side with his experience and his ability to stifle runs in the death overs with his slinging Yorkers, though his pace has come down substantially.
Afghanistan have recalled seam bowler Hamid Hassan after nearly a 3-year hiatus for the upcoming World Cup to be held in England starting from the 30th of May. Despite facing public criticism from senior players like Rashid Khan and Mohammad Nabi for changing captains just ahead of an important tournament like the World Cup, Afghanistan have persisted with their decision to name Gulbuddin Naib as their ODI captain. Afghanistan will commence their World Cup campaign against Australia on the 1st of June in Bristol.
Afghanistan have made rapid strides since featuring in the 2015 World Cup for the first time, but had to endure a nail-biting qualifying competition in Zimbabwe to make the 2019 edition. But they are not to be underrated. At the 2018 Asia Cup, they beat Sri Lanka and Bangladesh and tied against eventual champions India. Game changer. Leg spinner Rashid Khan will be the trump card for Afghanistan. The 20-year-old is a key wicket-taking bowler. He became the fastest to reach 100 ODI wickets in 44 matches. Rashid can bowl in power play as well as in the death overs.
In the recently concluded Asian Boxing Championship, Satish Kumar had to settle for a bronze in the super heavyweight category after he was forced to give a walkover to Kazakh Kamshibek Kunkabayev owing to an injury sustained in the previous bout. Our correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya spoke to the boxer from Bulandshahr regarding his future plans.
सतीश, सबसे पहले तो ये बताइए कि एशियन बॉक्सिंग चैंपियनशिप के लिए आपकी तैयारी किस तरीके से थी और आपको लगता है कहीं ना कहीं बैड लक है क्योंकि वो कट के वजह से आप compete नहीं कर पाए, यू हैव टू forfeit द मैच?
जी हाँ, देखो कंपटीशन बहुत अच्छा था एशियन चैंपियनशिप, और जो इस प्रकार की मेहनत कराई गई है, कोचों ने जो मेहनत करी है हमारे ऊपर, और जो जैसे जैसे उन्होंने बताया है कि जो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम बनाए, जो शेड्यूल बनाया है, उस हिसाब से काम भी किया है। और जहाँ तक अपोनेंट का सवाल है तो आई थिंक एशिया में बहुत ही टफ अपोनेंट मिलते हैं क्योंकि ओलंपिक मेडलिस्ट हैं और वर्ल्ड मेडलिस्ट भी हैं, तो कॉम्पिटिटर बहुत अच्छे थे। बहुत अच्छा लगा। अब थोड़ा नर्वस हूँ कि मेरे कट लग गया था, जो मुझे आगे और करना था वो मैं नहीं कर पाया, लेकिन मैं यहीं पे नहीं रुकूंगा अभी, क्योंकि अभी नेक्स्ट मेरा कंपटीशन है वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप। मेन मकसद है मेरा ओलंपिक क्वालिफाई करना और अपने देश के लिए मेडल जीतना, तो मेरा नेक्स्ट टारगेट है। इन सबको जो अभी तक हुआ है उसको भूल के मेरे को सिर्फ आगे सोचना है कि मुझे वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में इससे भी और अच्छा प्रदर्शन करना है।
सुपर हेवी वेट कैटेगरी में एक सिल्वर मेडलिस्ट या गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट होना बहुत जरूरी है अगर आपको क्वालिफाई करना है ओलंपिक के लिए।
ओलंपिक क्वालिफाई बहुत ही टफ है हमारे लिए। जो 69 तक है वो बेस्ट 8 तक क्वालिफायर है, और ऊपर वेटों में जैसे जैसे बढ़ते चलेंगे और 91 और प्लस 91 में सिर्फ गोल्ड और सिल्वर ही क्वालिफाई है, तो कंपटीशन भी है और यानी बहुत ज्यादा टफ भी है क्वालिफाई। लेकिन जिस हिसाब से बॉडी भी चल रही है अभी और ट्रेनिंग का शेड्यूल है, बीएफआई का भी सपोर्ट है, सभी सपोर्ट भी कर रहे हैं, एक्सप्लोजर भी मिल रहे हैं, तो उसका फर्क पड़ेगा आने वाले कंपटीशन में, वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में उसका फर्क पड़ेगा और हम वो प्रूव करके दिखाएंगे।
आप बात कर रहे हैं इंडियन बॉक्सिंग लीग की भी शुरू होने वाला है जुलाई में शायद, तो इंडियन बॉक्सिंग लीग में आपको लगता है कि जो खिलाड़ी हैं, स्पेशली आप जैसे खिलाड़ी ऊपर के वेट कैटेगरी में खेलते हैं, उनके लिए ये एक सुनहरा मौका है अपने आप को और निखार के लाने का?
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। देखो, एक ये एक्सप्लोजर मिल रहा है, बहुत ही अच्छी बात है कि फर्स्ट टाइम इंडियन लीग हो रही है, तो मैं तो यही कहूँगा कि अपने जो भी पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं इसमें अपना अच्छा प्रदर्शन है, क्योंकि इसमें बेस्ट ही लड़के आते हैं, ओलंपिक मेडलिस्ट है, वर्ल्ड मेडलिस्ट है, और हमारा इंडिया करा रहा है, इससे गर्व की और क्या बात है। और हमको सपोर्ट भी मिल रहा है। हम तो ये एक अच्छी बात है कि जो बाहर के जितने भी मेडलिस्ट आ रहे हैं उनके साथ हम खेलेंगे, एक्सप्लोजर मिल रहा है, ताकि हम उनको आगे ओलंपिक में भी देखेंगे, उनके साथ कम फाइट होगी तो काफी वो होगा उनसे।
आगे की रणनीति अगर बताएं, क्योंकि ओलंपिक का साल है, क्वालिफायर स्टार्ट होने वाले हैं, तो किस तरीके से अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करेंगे इस साल और अगले साल?
देखो, ये कोचों से ही सलाह मिला के होता है सारा। उन्होंने कैसे कैसे ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम बनाए हैं, किस इवेंट में कब ट्रायल होना है, कहाँ पे कौन सा एक्सप्लोजर इसको देना है, किसको, उसी हिसाब से क्वालिफिकेशन के लिए, ओलंपिक क्वालिफाई के लिए सभी के लिए प्लान बनाया हुआ है कि ये यहाँ पे जाएगा, ट्रायल के बाद में ये वहाँ पे खेलने जाएगा। ये कोचेस का डिसाइड है कि भाई कौन कौन से टूर्नामेंट में किसको खिलाना है, वो ट्रायल के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। और जो कंपटीशन है वो तो बहुत ही टफ हैं आज के, जैसे कि क्वालिफिकेशन हो रखे हैं, जो मेन टूर्नामेंट हैं, तो काफी हद तक बहुत अच्छा है। एक एक्सप्लोजर मिल रहा है, क्योंकि जो पहले हमें एक्सप्लोजर नहीं मिल पाते थे, अभी जो एक्सप्लोजर हमें मिल रहे हैं, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है कि बीएफआई ने या डीजीसीआई जो भी हैं एक्सप्लोजर दिलाने में हमारी मदद कर रहे हैं। और उससे हमारी इंडियन बॉक्सिंग बहुत ही ऊपर आई है, क्योंकि पहले क्या था कि एक्सप्लोजर बहुत कम मिलते थे, अभी इतने एक्सप्लोजर मिल रहे हैं और उसी हिसाब से अचीव भी कर रहे हैं, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है।
ये कोचेस की बात कर रहे हैं, इस साल एक चेंज हुआ है कोचिंग जो लोगों में, कोटप्पा जी को चीफ कोच बनाया गया है, तो फर्क नजर आ रहा है आपको?
जी देखो, फर्क है, कुछ पहले से ट्रेनिंग शेड्यूल भी चेंज हुआ है, और कोटप्पा सर भी अच्छा मेहनत कर रहे हैं सभी के साथ में, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। जो कोच ने ट्रेनिंग बताई है उस हिसाब से बच्चे ट्रेनिंग भी करते हैं, सभी कहना भी मानते हैं, वो बहुत अच्छी बात है।
थैंक यू सो मच हमसे बात करने के लिए। तो ये थे सतीश, जो बता रहे थे कि उनका भी एक मेन टारगेट है, वो है ओलंपिक के लिए क्वालिफाई करना, जो कि मुश्किल है लेकिन नामुमकिन नहीं है। कैमरामैन अनविंद के साथ मैं था पुष्प भट्टाचार्य, डीडी न्यूज, दिल्ली।
India lost 2-5 to Australia in the second hockey match of the two-match series today at the Perth Hockey Stadium. Australia scored the first goal in the 4th minute. Soon, Indian defenders put their best foot forward and prevented another threat from Australia. After that, Australia regained possession and doubled their lead. Nilakanta Sharma got one back for India. The Indian midfield showcased great control as they kept the ball moving into the Indian side. India put up a tough fight throughout the third quarter but succumbed to Tim Brandt's first goal for Australia in the 43rd minute. Australia finally won the match by a margin of 5-2. Qatar inaugurated its first purpose-built stadium for the 2022 World Cup on Thursday, staging a prestigious domestic cup final in the $575 million 40,000 capacity Al Wakra venue. The ground, designed by late British-Iraqi architect Zaha Hadid and located in a coastal town south of Doha, erupted into cheers as Emir Cup finalists Al Saad and Al Dohail ran onto the pitch.
Qatar inaugurated the first of the 7 new World Cup 2022 stadiums on Thursday, just weeks before a crucial FIFA summit will decide whether to expand the tournament and potentially push it beyond the tiny Gulf states' borders to accommodate a larger format. Fans packed into the Al Janoub Stadium of 40,000 size. The inauguration comes as soccer's world governing body FIFA floats a plan to expand the next World Cup to 48 teams from 32, which could require a last-minute co-host despite a protracted dispute between Qatar and some of its neighbors, bans on alcohol and a lack of facilities restricting likely candidates. Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain and Egypt have imposed a political and trade boycott in Qatar since mid-2017, accusing it of supporting terrorism, which Doha denies. That rift has strained efforts by the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, to push for a suitable World Cup co-host, even as qualifying matches begin early next month. FIFA will host its annual Congress in Paris on 5th of June, where it is expected to make a final call on the expansion, though any decision must be signed off by Qatar, the first Arab country to win hosting rights for the tournament in 2010. The finals will start in November 2022, having been moved from the usual June-July slot to avoid the searing summer heat. Al Janoub, a fully air-conditioned stadium which kept the temperature 10 degrees lower than the 29 Celsius outside during Thursday's inauguration match, was previously called Al Wakra after the city hosting it just south of Doha. However, Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani tweeted before the match that it was being renamed. It is one of the 7 venues built from scratch for the 2022 World Cup, with an 8th stadium renovated and opened in 2017. Qatar has pushed ahead with an economy and project itself onto the world stage through sport. Sports Desk, GT News.
That's it then in this edition of the Sports News Bulletin. Until we meet again, it's a goodbye. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.